Hello and welcome to another TRC Shave and Chat, and today we're going to be using Barrister Reserve Fern, and just what an amazing scent this is. Now I only have a sample of it. The big tub that you will be purchasing looks just like this, and this is in stock at the Razor Company as I record this video. Just a wonderful, wonderful green scent. Scent notes in this are very, very simple. It is oak moss, lavender, and tonka. So I get just a very, very nice green scent with a little bit of sweetness from that tonka. And I don't really get much of the lavender, to be honest, but it's just a really nice green scent. Whipped that up with an Omega Boar knot in a lather bowl, and all I did was just took a little bit of the sample, put it down in the bottom of the bowl, spread it around in the center, and then added a damp brush, and then whipped it up. Did 4 applications of water. In my case, an application of water is just dunking the tips of the brush, and this is the lather I came up with. This is a tallow-based soap, and I've always had a fond spot for the Barrister's Reserve line. I've tried a few samples, almost out of all of them. The only reason I haven't bought any full tubs is just I have so much soap, but they are on, a couple of these are on the list for when I start moving some soaps out of the den. And really do enjoy this soap. Just a nice vibrant green scent, and as you can see, it makes a very nice lather. So for the chat portion of this, we're going to go over some of the things that you would have seen in my other video here on the Razor Company channel, which is ways to enjoy an irritation-free DE shave. So as you noticed, I didn't face lather for this one. I applied the lather with a brush with painting motions. So I just gently applied the brush to my face. I'm not scrubbing the face. I'm not pre-irritating my whiskers. So that's one good way. I'm gonna go with a mild DE razor today. This is the same razor I showed the other day, the Edwin Jagger DE89 barley handle. We'll see if we can get a good shot of that barley knurling. That is what they refer to it when you see the barley, is that knurling. Very nice, just middle of the road DE. And we have a third use Vashod blade in here. And both the razor and these blades are also available at the Razor Company. So for me to start my passes on my cheeks, that is with the grain. But as I mentioned in that other video, don't be afraid to change up your passes. So for me, my with the grain on the neck would be to start at the left ear and go sideways across the right. I find that doesn't really work. So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm doing a full-on across the grain, which is straight north to south. I don't want to do too much buffing over areas that don't have lather right now, so I'm just trying to remove the lather and not shave over areas that don't have lather. You can rinse the razor in between if you want. I don't. I find if I have a sufficiently thick lather, at least in my experience, I can do the whole face and just have the lather collect on the blade. You can rinse in between if you wish. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Then we go back to the lather bowl, and we apply more lather. Now this lather is a little bit on the thin side. I don't mind a thinner lather. I straight razor shave a lot, so when I'm straight razor shaving, I do like a thinner lather. I do not want a thick lather to grab onto that blade and suction it into my face. So I always try to aim towards a thinner lather now. I go for volume first. So I do like to get that whipped cream consistency or yogurt consistency. I will go for that amount of volume, and then I'll add some more water to kind of thin it down a little bit from there. Because when I hit that yogurt consistency, I know I got all the volume I need for all my passes, and then I just want to try and thin it down with a bit more water just to get all the slickness I can out of that soap for a straight razor. All right, so we're gonna go across the grain now. So for me, on the cheek, it's going to be from the right ear towards the nose. Nice residual slickness on this soap. So as you can see, I'm doing a bit of buffing here on the jawline, but with a mild razor and good residual slickness, that's fine. You can get away with that, no problem. Now here's where it really gets interesting for me. So I'm going to go on an angle, like I'm going from my ear down towards the center of my neck, and I'm just going to continue that diagonal angle all the way across. So this is a combination of across the grain and against the grain. And I find this really works well for me because I'm kind of getting some of that against the grain, and I'm getting some of that across the grain. Now I got to go backhand on this little patch under the left ear because that grows in a different direction. So that's why it's very important to map your beard and map it properly. Okay, so now my jawline on the left cheek is the same as the right. It goes towards the ear from the mouth. Skin's still feeling good, so I'll do a little bit of additional buffing right there on that residual slickness. If you feel that your face is too dry and your lather is dried up, or maybe it's something in the the lower priced price range that doesn't have the best residual glide, then you might want to reapply a bit of lather if you're going to get into a bunch of buffing. But if you're using an artisanal soap, generally most of them on the market, you can do buffing without worrying about reapplying lather. Excuse me. All right. So just reapplying the lather for the final pass. This is where I've really done the work with the beard mapping and the try new things that I mentioned in that other video, where you try new things to see, see what you can get to work for you if your traditional passes aren't working. So now I'm going to go on a diagonal from the neckline up towards the center of my face, and this is essentially going to catch the rest of those hairs. Once again, going across the grain and against the grain at the same time, and it's going to catch them all right up to the jawline. That's pretty much baby butt smooth there right now. Now for my cheeks, it's straight up. Soap is performing wonderfully. I really do like this base. It's good glide, good protection, good slickness. And then now on this side of my neck, I can get away with just straight up. Just feel around a little bit. Now here's where it's important not to overshave. Right after your shave, you're going to feel your face, and you're going to feel some parts that are really, really smooth, and you're going to feel some parts that maybe are a little bit rough, and you're like, is that a hair? Did I miss a bunch of hair, or is there not hair? Well, sometimes your hair follicles in your pores, they're going to be kind of puffed out, I guess, is the best way I can say it, after the shave. So if you're feeling mostly like you got a nice, close, comfortable shave, and you're happy with that all over, just call it there. Don't overshave. Just put your razor away, give yourself a rinse, and apply your splash. Because what you'll find, probably 10-15 minutes later, as your skin dries down, as we like to call it, you'll notice that you've actually gotten a baby butt smooth shave all over. And that was just your pores in the hair follicles. So as they dehydrate and dry down, your hair follicles kind of just go suck back in, and you're left with a nice smooth shave. So sometimes it's best not to chase that BBS, because you might actually already be there, and all you're doing is further irritating your skin. So cold water rinse. I always do cold water. I like to pat my face dry. I don't rub my face. That's another great way to irritate your skin after shave, is if you get in there and start rubbing. Just pat your face. That's all you need to do. And for the splash, I'm going to pair this up with a absolute classic, one of my favorite, just off the shelf at a Walmart or a CVS or what have you, and that is Brute. Pairs wonderfully with this. Another nice classic green scent. Little tiny bit of alcohol burn. It quickly fades and dries away. That was a fantastic shave. And I'm going to smell great for the rest of the day. So thank you very much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. For myself, Justin Red Island Shaver, and Jason and everybody at the Razor Company, thank you for tuning in for this quick shave and chat with Barrister's Reserve Fern. And I hope you all have a most wonderful day. Thank you, and we'll see you later.